Hey everyone, it's time for an album in review where I take a classic album, talk about the history of it, what led up to it, and its impact, if it had any impact at all. And certainly the album I'm going to talk about here had a lot of impact. It was released on this date way back in 1976, the second album from Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow Rising, sometimes just called Rising. Classic cover art by the late Ken Kelly. You may recognize his style from a few Kiss album covers from around the same time. And this is very often considered to be the definitive Rainbow album. This came out on Polydor and Oyster, whatever that is. This is a Canadian edition that was marketed by Polydor. And sadly, 3 of the 5 members of this Rainbow lineup are no longer with us. So we've still got Tony Carey on keyboards, and of course the man in black, Ritchie Blackmore, on guitar. We've lost Cozy Powell, Jimmy Bain, and Ronnie James Dio. This is a really, really classy album sleeve. It's got cool photo of the band, and it's got the lyrics to Stargazer. So that's one of those focus tracks, I guess, when they only print the lyrics to one song. But every single song in this album is a classic. Terror Woman, Run with a Wolf, Starstruck, Do You Close Your Eyes, and A Light in the Black. This album is often considered to be one of the progenitors of what would be known as power metal. Kind of set the template for Ronnie James Dio as a solo artist. It really doesn't sound anything like what he would end up doing with Black Sabbath, but it sounds a lot like what he would do as a solo artist. But yet it's still got melody. Ritchie Blackmore was always all about melodies. So you can have a song like Starstruck that I don't know if it ever got any radio play back then, but it could have. It's a really, really catchy song. But it's also got, it also had an influence on bands like Dream Theater, who actually covered Stargazer. Light in the Black, that is a fantastic song too. That is an epic song that features the Munich Philharmonic Orchestra. So, this is back in the day, like when Zeppelin was doing Kashmir and things like that. Bands were getting epic. So, Deep Purple may have broken up in 1976, but Ritchie Blackmore was out there making some good music, as was Ian Gillan and soon to be David Coverdale in Whitesnake. So, no shortage of great music from the Purple family. And that's why even on the back of this, it's credited, it's copyrighted 1976 Deep Purple Overseas Limited. So it was still very much part of the whole Purple aesthetic. So this album celebrates an anniversary, so go crank it up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to Tim's Vinyl Confession. Spread the word if you like what you see here. What do you think about Rainbow Rising? Let's hear your opinions on this. Thanks for watching this edition of An Album in Review.